Great. Well, welcome to the next in our Success Stories series. I'm really excited to be speaking to Dr. Ope Banwo, who's just a really interesting character from many different reasons. He has several degrees in law, including a PhD, and obviously is an attorney, but as well as that, he's also a motivational speaker, internet business consultant, cryptocurrency enthusiast, and the founder of Nolly Entertainment Inc., which is a USA-based company that's really pioneering this new blockchain approach to movie distribution and setting up an ecosystem there. Dr. Ope has written several books on many topics, including personal development, business internet marketing, as well as Christian lifestyle, as well as being CEO of Netrepreneur 360 Inc., founder of American Internet Business School, publisher of the Fearless Netrepreneur magazine, and the founding partner of the B&I law firm in Omaha, Nebraska, USA. Dr. Ope somehow, amongst all of this, also manages to find time to run his current project, which is running the ICO campaign for Nollycoin, this cryptocurrency company that he's starting to raise funds for. It's just such a pleasure to speak with you, Dr. Ope. I think your CV speaks for itself. You've done many different things, and you're clearly very successful in what you do. So, for people who don't know you, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey, how you got to where you were, and a little bit more about you?
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, because it's not every time you get an opportunity to share with somebody of your level. Well, like you said it all, I'm a guy that just like to create new things. I've been blessed to have the skills to do that. I grew up dirt poor in Africa, actually Nigeria, to be precise. My mother died on my 14th birthday, and my dad never remarried, and it was a challenge because we were so poor. Even our poor neighbors call us poor, so that's how bad it was. But unlike what many people have seen come out of Nigeria, we also have a lot of great guys, a lot of great stories like mine coming out of there. I mean, I came to the U.S., I immigrated to the U.S. in 1995, and I remember when I landed in this country, even though I'd done very well for myself in Nigeria, I lost everything because of the military government and my fight for democracy, which many people can find if you Google me online. But I was hounded out of the country. I got here with only $150 in my pocket. Wow. All right, so I'm like what you can call the real American dream, because by 1999, I had my first company. I was admitted to the New York Bar in 1997, even though I've been admitted in Africa since 1986. So, but law is something that my friends always say, law is something I do when I'm broke, because really, that's not really where I derive my pleasure, satisfaction from, even though I've made lots of money from it. Mm-hmm. I really am a guy that likes to tinker with business, start new things, take advantage of new technology. So I started my first company called Specialty Personnel in 1999. That was a company that right here in Omaha, Nebraska, where I've been living for over 23 years now, when staffing was a nightmare for the health industry. And within a year, we did over $3 million. Our very first year was staffing. It's like basically me being a broker between the hospitals and the health industry. Right. So since then, I've done several things. I've pastored the church. Actually started 2 churches right here in the U.S., but my personal calling, I don't think, is to stay and pastor permanently in a place. Sure. So I started other businesses, and I've had great fun, to be honest with you. And just like I'm having with my latest project. So I'm a guy that I can say a restless guy that likes to fix things. I see myself as a corporate business solutions provider, as opposed to being defined as a lawyer, even though I've had a law firm since 1997, and we have 16 staff now, 6 attorneys, and actually 6 attorneys and 14 paralegals. Wow. It's not the way I like to see myself.
No, it's fantastic. And I think your journey is even more impressive from where you've come from. And the fact that you've managed to balance your passion with your need to pay the bills as well. So you found things that you're good at and things that you enjoyed, and managed to build them both into your life. I think that it's fantastic. It's very inspirational, I must say. So I think a lot of people would look at you and your journey and you know, everything that you've built and say, you're a really successful man. And when I speak to people in this series, and it was the whole premise for the series was everybody defines success differently. So what is your definition of success?
Well, that's a great question and one that I believe that most people misunderstand. They see success as how much money you have made and how beautiful your house is or the kind of car you're driving. But I don't think those are measures of success at all, because really you can have all of that and still be the most unsuccessful person in the world, in my own opinion, because your success should be defined on what your real purpose is in life. There's no, you can give me all the money you want, but if you require someone like me, for instance, to stay in one place and run a company for the next 20 years, even if you give me $1 billion, I'm not fulfilling my destiny. My purpose in life is to help people find solutions to problems, regardless of industry. So how do I define success? Finding your purpose in life and trying your best to achieve it. Everybody is not destined to be very rich, okay? Some of the people who have made the most important contributions to society, they've not been rich people. I could cite examples and upon examples for you, but these are guys that figured out where their place is supposed to be in society, and they go out of their way to achieve it. You can talk about the Madame Teresa. She wasn't rich, but she's one of the most accomplished, successful people, in my own opinion. Same way, you can talk about Bill Gates. He's very rich, but he's also a very accomplished, successful man, because his goal in life was to put a computer on everybody's desk, and he achieved it. That's success. Money flows, okay? Money is incidental to success, but it's not necessarily a measure of success. So for me, when I teach people, both in the religious way and in the secular way, I tell them there's a reason. Once you understand the basic premise that you didn't create yourself, somebody, something, somewhere created you, okay? Regardless of your faith, whether you're Muslim, Christian, unbeliever, something, somewhere gave rise to you. That's a reason why your personality is the way it is. You didn't create it. That's a reason why there are some abilities you have that others don't have. The abilities that others have that you don't have. So I say you look for your shape. I call it shape, okay? Which is SHAPE, all right? What you consider your spiritual gifts, regardless of what you believe is your spiritual awareness, whatever you think that is, your habits, the kind of things that form naturally in you, your abilities, things that you can do that others can do. I can't manage for a long time, but I'm an activator. Okay, if you give me an idea, I can make it happen in weeks, something that would take people years to do. But if you give me a company like an IBM that is well established, you give me to run it, I probably will ruin the company because that's not my ability. I'm not a great manager. Okay, I'm a guy that will punch you and kick you to get the job done. But a certain time comes where you don't need that kind of aggressive, break down the building type of skills. You need somebody who can manage egos, who can manage personalities, who can manage systems. And I'm not that guy. So your own abilities, what are the things you can do better than the next guy? Then your personality. That's a reason why you have that personality. Some people are very patient. Some people are very impatient like me. Some people are very introspective. Some people are very extrospective. You didn't create those things yourself. Those are things that were part of you, okay? And then your experiences, okay? When you break your life into 5-minute segments, 5-year segments, you will find out there are some experiences that kept recurring. That's an indication of the kind of thing you're supposed to be doing. So when you put your shape together, when you finally figure out your shape, you do an assignment, it may take you a week, it may take you a month to figure out what your shape is. Your shape will tell you what your goal in life is supposed to be. And how well you accomplish that is what determines your success. Now, if you make money in the process, fine. If you don't, fine also. But the important thing is, so for me, I did that exercise. I'm not just telling you, I did it religiously. And I realized that my shape is, my call in life is to help people achieve their own purpose. My goal in life is to start new things that will benefit society. I always give myself maximum 3 years on any assignment now. Okay? 3 years and I got to go. If I stay there beyond 3 years, I'm going to ruin it. I know that because I like to tinker.
Yeah.
So the same way with you. And I didn't know that in the past, by the way. It took me a long time to figure that out. In fact, I used to do stuff. I'm always, without exception, successful my first year, second year. Nothing I've done that I've not been successful. Problem always start the third and fourth year when I'm still there.
Right.
So a time came, I actually thought I needed deliverance. Okay? Because people are telling me, why can't you stay with something for 4 or 5 years and run it successfully? Until I met a Dr. Miles Monroe, who is both a spiritual mentor to me as well as a personal mentor before he died. He's the one that told me, he said, no, you are a starter. You are a catalyst. Right. Okay? Recognize that. Stay there. Okay? When you're starting a project, make sure you have successors from day one. By the time you get it going, second year, by the third year, take a bow, go to something else. And nothing else has set me free more than that. So when people see me do all this stuff and they say I'm a successful person, it's because I've married my activities to what I believe is my call in life. Good if I make money. If I don't make any, I'm still happy anyway.
I think that's a fantastic answer, and I love this idea of finding your shape and finding your way forward. I think it's a great idea, and I think you're exactly right. I think the people who are most successful are those that, as you say, have found their purpose and have changed their life to be able to live that. It's funny you mentioned impatience as well. I'm probably one of the most impatient people I know. And I think that can be a really good thing. I think people see it as a bad thing, and I love it because it means...
It's not a bad thing. He has his place.
Exactly, as long as you understand how to use it. And for me, I never leave something to tomorrow that I could do today. And that's really powerful because I'm too impatient. It makes me drive results. I'm always thinking, what can I do next? What can I do next?
Exactly. And you know what is funny? That when you pursue your purpose, money actually will automatically pursue you.
Yeah.
But what happens is that people go for the money first. Okay, they look at what is working, where somebody is making money at, whether they had no interest in it or not. They try to do that because of the money, not because of the love for it. So what happens is that they may get the money, but they are miserable. Yeah. I'm happy every day. Even when I'm broke, I wake up happy because I never do anything that I don't think is in line with my shape that I love to do. So I have to search my heart first. I have to search my passion first. Yeah. When I find out, then I know I'm going to do it. So money, and I've hardly ever seen anybody who is actually following his shape, what is built for, that doesn't make money. It's a kind of irony. Look at Bill Gates. He left school to go pursue what he considered was his dream. I'm sure he never knew he was going to make that kind of money, but he had to see in his head that we need to put, the computer doesn't have to be a house. It can be in somebody's desk. And he pursued it. Take a Warren Buffett. All he loves to do is trade stuff. Okay? You can take him anywhere. Okay? You put him in anything else. He's not going to be a happy man, but he's made a lot of money in it. So my advice to those of us who are watching is don't go for the money. Yeah. Go for your shape first. Do you have a passion for this stuff? Do you have the ability to be able to make that passion work for you? If you don't, can you learn it? Are you willing to learn what it takes to execute that version? You don't have to know it often, but you must have the interest of learning it. Yeah. Does your personality even match with this? Why will you go start a baby daycare when you know you don't like being around kids? Simply because somebody say it makes money.
Yeah.
You are setting up yourself for unhappiness, failure, maybe jail time. Yeah. Okay? And then your experiences are a clue to what your life should be. Your experiences, because your mess is supposed to be your message. Okay, if you find out the people most successful in areas of, for instance, marriage counseling, they're probably people who have had a broken marriage. They're probably who have dealt with the problem of broken marriages, so they can help people going through divorce. Okay, if you want to, so same way. Okay, someone like me, I grew up very poor, and I knew that the number one difference maker between the rich and poor in my nation, even then, was lack of opportunity. So I am hellbound in giving easy opportunities to people. That's why I do digital marketing, because it's the cheapest way for you to get out of unemployment. Because with less than $50 or $100 of a training, you can learn a skill that can set you free. People don't get it. That's why I'm so hot, because it's a leveler. So same way with you out there. I don't know what you love. I don't know what your personality is. I don't know what the experiences you've been through. But rather than trying to hide your experience should be your mercy. Assuming, for instance, you were abused when you were young. There's no need that you want to crawl under it. There's a reason why God allowed that to happen to you. I'm not saying that's a good thing under any circumstance. But sometimes God allows bad things to happen to people so that you can be a healer to others. Okay, so you might look at how did I deal with it? How can I help other people to deal with it better? Okay, in my case, maybe you are born rich. Maybe your parents never had any time for you, and now you are feeling what I call you have daddy issues. Maybe your job now is to go start a company to help people, rich people, learn how to be better parents. I don't know. Yeah. But for me, it's always about that.
I think I mean, so much in there. Again, it's really interesting stuff. And I think what you've touched upon as well, it's a really nice segue into the next question I have. A lot of people look at people like yourself who have been successful, have found their passion and just found the way that suits them to live life, and think that it's easy because you make it look easy almost. But I'm sure you've had many challenges over. Oh,
yes. I mean, I've been bankrupt.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. I filed bankruptcy. Now, it was funny. I was making over $3 million a year. 2009, 10, 11. And then I ended up in 2001, 2, 3. Ended up in bankruptcy in 2005. Why? Because I was not I was running faster. I was growing faster than I'm able to deal with. So I was missing a lot of legislative stuff I need to comply with because it was a staffing agency. At the end of the day, they came after me, took everything from me, and I had to start from afresh. But never for 1 minute. Of course, I was sad to be losing a multi-million-dollar company, but I never lost my happiness because I knew I could always do something else that I loved. I was getting tired anyway. That company was already 4 years old. So what I didn't know then was I should have just sold it. At the third year, I just moved on. So success is never going to be easy if you're going to be, but it will be enjoyable. See, things may not be easy, but they're also enjoyable because you are having fun. Take what I'm doing right now. I'm doing this thing called blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. For most people, which astounded me, is that most people really get confused of what cryptocurrency is. They don't see the potential of blockchain technology. When I figured it out, I'm not technical by any standard. I'm a lawyer and an accountant, okay? I'm not technical. Even if my life depended on it, I can't code. But when I read up on the blockchain, I see that as the biggest invention of our time in the sense that you can apply blockchain to solve practically every problem that is in business right now. Take issue of copyright. You can put a copyright registration on a blockchain that will be accessible globally to people in an indelible form. Nobody can change it. I mean, the potential is endless. I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, we have all these movies in Africa, okay? We call it Nollywood. Nollywood is the third biggest industry in the world. Really? After Hollywood and Bollywood is Nollywood, okay? Biggest movies, I mean, great movies with very small budgets, maybe $10,000, they make a movie, all right? So they are not technically very sound the way you will see a Hollywood movie, but they are a passion all over Africa, some parts of Europe, Caribbeans. But we have major distribution issues because most people out there, they don't have access to global distribution of their movies. They don't have access because they have poor records of sales. They don't have access to international capital to make better movies. And then the few people that can put up money for these producers, you give them money to make a movie for you. When they sell the movie, okay, they don't pay you your money back. They don't pay the banks. They don't pay the investors because that's just the way some people are. So banks are not lending money to the industry because there's no way to collect their money back. Now in comes blockchain. With blockchain technology, now you can have a platform like Netflix, which is really what we are doing with Nollycoin.
Right.
You have a platform like Netflix where now that platform is going to be governed by what is called smart contract. Okay, I don't know if can you hear me? Can you still hear me? Okay, now smart contract is to cut it short, summarize it, where you can load a movie on a platform like a Netflix type of platform. And then when somebody buys a movie or somebody registers, everybody who needs to be paid on that movie gets paid simultaneously. Okay, in other words, the smart contract executes. The financier gets paid immediately. The producer gets paid. Any artist that need to be paid residual income gets paid. Distributor gets paid. So it's a trustless economy. You don't have to trust the producer to pay you your money. You don't have to trust even Netflix to pay you your money because the money doesn't go to them. Netflix will get its own percentage for being host. So that to me is number one solution to problem of distribution, problem of finance, problem of copyright registration in Africa. And I was just crazy. And that's how we came up with the Nollytainment idea to build an entertainment ecosystem, all right, for movies in Africa. And then we now created the Nollycoin as a means of raising funds for the project. The two are separate. People don't get that.
Yeah.
What a cryptocurrency is simply a means of raising funds for a project. Okay? So when you buy cryptocurrency, and I didn't need to explain that to people, even though those in the industry don't like me explaining this, because they think that people will not buy if they understand. But it's better you don't buy because you understand what you are doing, not because you are being stupid. Okay? When you buy cryptocurrency, including Nollycoin, I have to be frank with you. You are not investing in Nollytainment, the company that is building this Netflix type of platform. You are not buying security in us. Even if we make $1 billion profit tomorrow, you are not getting any of it. Understand that. What you get when you buy a Nollycoin, you get what is called a token. Imagine that this is digital cryptocurrency. It's digital, but you are seeing it here, okay? Now, this token, that's why they call it token. It's a token. It doesn't have value. You can't go to the bank and buy anything with this. You can't eat it. You can't do anything with it other than maybe to put it on your desk and boast, okay, I was one of those guys who supported. All right? That's now be patient and let me break it down. Now, again, if you know GoFundMe, okay? You know GoFundMe, right? When somebody has a problem, somebody is dying of cancer, somebody wants to do a charity project, they go to GoFundMe, they create an account, and people donate money there, right? When you donate money in GoFundMe or any of those donation sites, you are not expecting anything. You are supporting a project that you like, that you supported. Cryptocurrency is like that, but with a big difference. When you buy crypto, you are basically doing what is done in GoFundMe. You are, quote and unquote, donating money to a company for a project. Like we buy Nollycoin now. You are donating to the Nollytainment project, which is to create a blockchain-powered entertainment platform for Nollywood. Get it? Now we give you this. What made this not different from GoFundMe is that somebody has now created what is called a crypto exchange, where people who are interested in cryptocurrency exchange this among themselves. Same way, let me give you an analogy of a baseball card. When you go to the store, you buy a baseball card, chewing gum for $1. Then in there you get a card, okay, a baseball card. Now, if you are lucky to get a baseball card or a token, a baseball card is a token, okay, that has Michael Jordan playing baseball. Now, that card, from what I've been able to research, is worth about $700,000 now. From those who collect baseball cards. It means nothing to me. I don't even understand baseball. I've been here 23 years. I just watch it. I can't understand all this. I know home run, but that's about it. Okay? So if you give me that card, if I got that card, if I buy a chinga and saw that card, I probably would throw it in the trash because it means nothing to me. I didn't know. Okay? But for those who collect baseball card, that card is valuable. Same way with cryptocurrency. So now the same, let me still stay with the analogy of baseball for a second. Let's say you buy a chewing gum and you see the card of a rookie. Okay? Take a Michael Jordan or an unknown guy. That card is nothing. Okay? It doesn't cost anything. Nobody's going to want to buy it from you for big money. But when that rookie becomes MVP, rookie MVP of the year, all of a sudden somebody wants to pay you that card that you pay $1 for. They want to pay you $10,000.
Yeah. Same
way with cryptocurrency. So when you buy Nollycoin, you are supporting Nollytainment project. The token you get for every 2 cents that you give us. If you go to nollycoin.com, for every 2 cents you give us, we give you 1 Nollycoin. Okay? Now, those Nollycoins don't do anything to you now, right? But the day we release our very first exclusive movie that you can only watch with Nollycoin, all of a sudden, people want to pay you more for this. And then, of course, because we gave you these tokens, we also say you can use it to access our movies. You can use it on our platform. You can use He has utility with us, but only with us.
Yeah.
Everything we create, you can buy it with Nollycoin. But to third parties, it's nothing. But it's nothing to the 2 cents. But if you bring out a movie and the movie becomes a hit, you could very well be saying, somebody can say, I'll pay you $2 for this at the exchange. And that's how money is made in cryptocurrency. Yeah. But I'm more interested in using it to solve problems of distribution in Africa.
It's fascinating, really fascinating, and a brilliant description, because I'll be honest, cryptocurrency has been cryptic for me for quite a long time. So I kind of, that baseball analogy really does, help to bring it home that, it's only valuable to people who want it. And, to one person it's valueless, but to another it's got value. And, understanding that, particularly with this great idea that, as you say, solves the problem of trust in
yes.
the industry.
So unfortunately, because somebody created the crypto exchanges, people are now focusing more on the exchanges of the thing. So people buy now, not even because they even understand the idea of what you're trying to do or that they support the idea, but they are buying just on a blind trust that the price will go up. But if they focus on the project and see that this is a project that is likely to solve real problem, and number two, are they really interested in that project? See, the best person for a Nollycoin would be somebody interested in entertainment. Mm-hmm. So that even if your coin doesn't go up in value, you can use it to enjoy good movies. You can use it to buy stuff at our mall. We have a Nolly Mall where it's going to be like an Amazon where you can buy entertainment related products. We have a Nolly Cloud where for the people in developing countries where you can download a 2-hour movie for less than 1 minute without using your internet data. I thought that's the biggest part of Nollytainment. Wow. Yeah, it's called Nolly Cloud. It's a proprietary technology. If you look at our site, I just signed this deal in Silicon Valley just last week, about 5 days ago. Wow. Okay, where now, because the problem of movie distribution in Africa is that internet costs so much. You may not believe it, but the average person in a place like Nigeria spends about $350 to $400 a month on that internet service, because they charge you per the minute. Okay, they charge you per minute, and to download a 2-hour movie will be like 2 gigs. 2 gig is the equivalent of about maybe $20 in data charges in a place like Nigeria. So people don't want to buy movies online because it's going to eat up all their internet data. But with Nolly Cloud, that is going to be part of the Nollytainment ecosystem, we have a technology that will allow you to download that 2-hour movie, okay, in 1 minute without using any part of your internet service, which is major breakthrough. I actually demoed the video on our side. If you get to our side, you see me demonstrate that software there. So my point is, Nollycoin gives you tremendous value on its own. Okay, you can use it to shop Amazon style. You can use it to watch Netflix type of movies. You can use it to download data. And hopefully, as we do all of that, the value of Nollycoin will go up. But I'm not going to want you to buy Nollycoin because you just think the price is going to go up. I want you to buy it because you believe in the vision. You also see the utility of this for you in case the price doesn't go up. I'm a very frank guy. I'm not going to sell you a lemon and try to make it look like you are investing in a security. You are not. It's nothing.
But I think that's the right approach as well. And it's been absolutely fascinating to hear more about the project. And I think it sounds a very worthwhile project as well. Yes. As you say, it's going to improve the world in general. Not just, it's not just there to make money. It will actually solve a big problem and hopefully make Nollywood a bit more well-known as well. And we'll start to see movies.
That's the idea.
So coming back to just our final question, just to wrap up the interview here, we will come back to success and definitions of success. So here at Triple H Coaching, our motto is that we're here to serve people who want more out of life. So if you were talking to someone and they said, I just want more out of life, what would your advice be?
Again, I'm going to send them back where you say you want more, just like a lot of people pray, I want money, but they don't know what kind of money they want. So you want more out of life. What part of life do you want more from? Because there's life is, do you want to live longer? Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to be richer?
I mean, I think you nailed that there in terms of, I really agree with you that before you can identify what you want more out of life, you need to understand more of what. And I think you're quite right. Everybody goes towards money. And money, I always say, is an enabler, but it's not going to make you happy. So, I think you're exactly right. You need to know what it is you want more of and start to understand that first before you try to change anything. And as you say, you can take very quick action to change things once you understand that. But
Yes.
once you've got it, it's very easy. Dr. Ope, it's been an absolute pleasure to speak with you. I've learned a phenomenal amount just from this short conversation. I'll include some links to your various sites in the comments there in case anyone else wants to learn more about Nollytainment and about yourself. And I wish you every success with Nollycoin and Nollytainment, and hope to hear from you again soon. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, man. Let's do this again. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.